It started like any other toxic relationship, passionate, thrilling, and completely unhealthy. Lena met Damien on a cold autumn night in a club downtown. He was beautiful in a sharp, eerie way, pale skin, dark eyes, a voice that curled around her like smoke. He had a way of making her feel like the only girl in the world. But things turned dark. Damien was controlling, obsessive, and had a way of showing up when she least expected. His presence felt too intense, too unnatural. He never ate, never seemed tired, and every time she kissed him, his lips were cold. And then there were the nights she couldn't remember, waking up dizzy, weak, her skin covered in strange, faint bruises on her neck. She knew something was wrong, but she was in too deep. Until she finally saw the truth. One night, she followed Damien into the shadows of an alleyway and saw him feed, drinking from someone like they were nothing more than a walking blood bag. He wasn't just toxic, he was undead. So she ran. She left him, blocked his number, moved cities, changed her life. She thought she was finally free. She was wrong. A year later, Lena had a new life, a new apartment, a job as a freelance photographer, and a new boyfriend, Ethan. He was safe, normal, human. Then, the strange things started happening. Shadows in the corners of her room that disappeared when she turned. Her reflection in the mirror seemed off, like something was watching from behind her. Her cat, Pepper, hissed at nothing and refused to enter her bedroom. And then, one night, she got a text from an unknown number. "You thought you could run from me." Her blood ran cold. Then came the dead roses left at her doorstep. The whispers in the dark when no one was there. And finally, Ethan started acting strange. At first, it was little things. He seemed tired, distracted, distant. Then she noticed bruises on his arms, his skin growing paler by the day. Until, one morning, she woke up to find Ethan staring at her with empty, dark eyes. "He's coming," he whispered. "You belong to him." And Lena finally understood. Damien wasn't just haunting her. He was sinking his fangs into every part of her life. Lena knew she had only one choice. She had to face him. So she went to the place she knew he'd be, an abandoned cathedral on the outskirts of town. The moment she stepped inside, he was there. Damien hadn't changed. He was still breathtakingly inhuman, his eyes glowing red in the candlelight. "Did you really think I'd ever let you go?" he murmured, stepping closer. "Lena, we are bound by blood. You are mine." Her heart pounded. "You ruined my life, Damien." He laughed. "I gave you meaning. And now, you're going to give me something in return." Her breath caught. "What do you want?" He leaned in, fangs flashing. "Your loyalty, or your blood?" She had seconds to decide. Run and die, or play his game and survive. So she made a deal. She pretended to give in. For weeks, she stayed close, playing the devoted lover, pretending she had finally accepted her fate. She let him drink from her, let him whisper his dark promises in her ear. But all the while, she was planning his end. One night, as he slept, she took a silver dagger dipped in holy water, a weapon stolen from an underground hunter's market, and drove it straight into his heart. Damien screamed, his body convulsing, his hands clutching at her. His skin cracked like burning paper, the darkness unraveling from within. Then he was gone. Lena stood there, panting, shaking, covered in his ashes. It was finally over, or so she thought, until, in the silence of the night, she heard a familiar whisper in her ear. "Did you really think I'd ever let you go?" And the candlelight flickered.